Our forces will be ready to move out soon, although we still know next to nothing about this strange land Illidan has run to.
This land is called Lordaeron, Maiev. It is the homeland of the Alliance that aided us at the Battle of Mount Hyjal. I was told that its kingdoms, both human and elven, were consumed by the undead scourge. These forests have suffered grievously. I must leave you both for a time. I will enter the woods and attempt to commune with the land itself.
While you're gone, we'll set out and try to pick up Illidan's trail.
I expect you both to stay focused on your task. You can settle your personal dispute after we've found my brother.
Of course, Shondo. We'd best get moving.
This was an Alliance encampment. The attack must have come recently.
Strangers, my lord. They don't appear to be undead, but...
Ishnu Allah, Night Elves. I am Prince Kael. I must admit, I'm surprised to see your kind here. But whatever your business, I fear you will find only death and shadow in this cursed land.
Ishnu Daldiab, Kael'thas. I am Maiev Shadowsong, and this is Tyrande Whisperwind. We are hunting a powerful demon that arrived here recently.
Curious. I don't know about any demon, but something's riled the undead based at Dalaran. They've been hounding us day and night. We were about to abandon this post and seek refuge on the other side of the river Arabas.
Then we shall lend you our aid, young Kael.
Wait, we have no time for this.
Perhaps once your people are safe, you will help us hunt the demon we seek.
It would be an honor, milady.
Justice will be
Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne.
The end
We are
draws
back in the
near.
Eastern Kingdom, a continent that we have not
Undead are
set
attacking.
foot on in a
The caravan
very
must be
long time.
protected.
Do not fear, Kael. Our mountain giants are more than capable of handling these wretched curs. Their stony hides are nearly impervious to their clumsy attacks. Now is the time.
Things on this continent have
I
been
can wait
rough.
no longer.
They've been better.
The
If you
only
haven't
time
tuned in
to
for
return
most of the
should
LP,
be
especially the
looking for
early
Illidan.
parts,
These people need
we
our
left the Eastern Kingdom
Their brethren aided us
in
against the Legion.
abject ruin.
We will honor that debt now.
Arthas murdered the king of Lordaeron, and he went on a purging spree,
The
killing
end draws near.
basically everyone in sight,
For justice.
and turning them undead. Also, there was the whole plague business to start with, which was also a major source of converting people into the undead.
Ashal Thanatos.
The first several regions that this game takes place in, the human campaign of Reign of Chaos,
For the Watchers.
Anderhall, Hearthglen, Stratholme, all of these northernmost areas.
Ashal Thanatos.
Do you know what they're called come World of Warcraft?
Justice will be done.
Things are
We're
so
wasting time here.
deeply screwed that they are
Now is the
just
time.
referred to as the Plague Lands
I will
from then
finish the
on.
hunt.
The Eastern and Western Plague
We
Lands.
could hire some of them to aid us, but we'll need to retrieve some of our hidden gold caches in order to pay them.
You've hidden your gold?
We're fighting a losing war here, milady. The undead close in around us daily. It's necessary to keep our assets hidden, yet accessible. We have caches secreted throughout the wilderness.
Then we shall retrieve them for you.
Right now, you're seeing
We must hurry.
a lot of the utility of the mountain giants. This is the first. Ooh, we're gonna kite this dreadlord around while we heal this bear up, and while everyone else goes to work. Everyone else should be healthy.
We're wasting
This is the
time
first
here.
mission in which it is mandatory that you have control over mountain giants and that you use them.
Must hurry.
So they have a lot of really handy abilities and passives. They are our strongest tanks. They are our first new Frozen Throne Night Elf unit. We got a glimpse of them last time.
Someone could easily
They have upgrades that harden their skin,
We're wasting time here.
and that means they take reduced damage from physical attacks. They also have upgrades that cause them to take reduced spell damage. And on top of that, they have a taunt, which makes them true tanks. It diverts attention to them. And that's all we can pick up from that camp. And they have the ability to tear trees out from the ground by their roots and swing them like clubs. It gives them siege damage like ballistae, and it also increases their range. So mountain giants are pretty cool new units. I love mountain giants.
Protect the caravan at all costs.
The hunter waits.
Also, what we just did when we sieged that small undead encampment to get to the cache of gold, that's the only way we are going to acquire resources in this mission, and the mercenary camps are the only way we are going to acquire new troops.
I can wait no longer.
So this is a giant escort quest, and it's not a bad one either.
The hunter waits.
Protect the caravan at all costs.
I feel like RTSs have always gotten a free pass on escort quests. Traditionally, escort quests are pretty awful. Modern game design has alleviated, or at least mitigated, a lot of the headaches associated with them.
Now is the time.
But
I can wait no longer.
in the era that this game came out, the early 2000s, they were some of the most dreadful types of missions in gaming.
The end draws near.
But this being an RTS, again, kind of gives it a little bit of a free pass.
Sadly, I have only a few warriors left. The scourge has pressed us hard these last few months.
Kael, where are your high elven brethren? Do they not fight the undead as you do?
The scourge devoured our ancient homeland of Quel'Thalas. The once proud bloodline of my people is nearly spent. The few of us that remain now call ourselves Blood Elves, in homage to our murdered people.
I grieve for your people, Kael. But you must not allow rage and despair to poison your heart. You may yet lead your people to a brighter future.
So there's another mercenary camp here, and another undead encampment guarding the cache of gold. We have all the troops that we really need, though.
Caravan is under attack.
Also, we're finally getting to meet everyone's favorite Blood Elf. Even the introduction to the term Blood Elves becomes more important in the Frozen Throne. But this is Kael,
Finish the hunt.
who we will see and hear from plenty. We're actually getting ready to ramp up into the human campaign in a couple of missions from now, and this is meant to kind of set us up for that.
Ashal Theridas. The end draws near.
And that you're seeing. Oh, he canceled the spell, I think. But usually that green symbol on the ground is a prelude to a fire strike or a flame strike.
Who'd you want to kill?
Justice will be done.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of healing coming out. We have the autocast from the troll priests that we hired.
The end draws
Put a priority on that. And then we also have 2 sources of rejuvenation in the Druids of the Claw.
Now is the time.
And we have our nice frontliners. We have plenty of damage coming out. This is plenty.
I can wait no longer.
So we don't actually need to spend the time to hit the mercenary camps. And I think this is honestly going to be more time effective
Now is the time.
in the end anyway. We'll lose a little bit of time in how we are going to have to tackle this and how quickly we can dispense with the things on the path of the caravan. But we'll save time in just not having to destroy extra undead bases. So I think it works out pretty well.
We must hurry. Justice will be done. The hunter
And this is a
waits.
fine time to use Maev's ultimate once again.
We're wasting time here.
Spawns
I can wait no
these large and small
Now is the time.
vengeful spirits that kind of raise up more spirits like necromancers do.
I can wait no longer. The hunter waits. Now is the time.
And the only problem with this as an escort
I can wait
quest
no longer.
is that the caravan's a little bit slow, so you can get out ahead of it decently and clear out a nice chunk of the units ahead of time, except for the ones that kind of spawn out of these RTS monster closets. But you can't really speed up how quickly the caravan moves, even if you clear things out really quickly. So you can spend a large chunk of time just being way ahead and waiting for the caravan to catch up to you. It's not the worst thing in an escort quest, though.
The guilty will suffer.
Plus, Kael and his blood elves are fairly self-sufficient.
I can wait no longer.
They can handle some of the
Now
spawns
is the time.
while you clear the path ahead.
We stand at a crossroads, my friends. There is a shorter path to our destination, but it will take us perilously close to an undead bastion. The other route is safer, but it will take us longer to cross the river.
Both routes will be dangerous nonetheless. Let us choose quickly and be on our way.
And then, all of
The
a
guilty
sudden,
will suffer.
Warcraft 3, the RTS,
Now is the time.
is like, hey, have
For the
some
Watchers.
branching paths. Choose your destiny. What? Oh, that's so nuts to me. That gets offered up as a choice. So we're taking the long path, which is the left fork, because Hollow Bastion is fucked
I can wait no
if you
longer.
don't clear out
will finish the
the
hunt.
optional undead caches
The end draws
and
near.
really supplement your army
Finish
further.
the hunt.
So
Now
that
is the
takes
time.
extra time. It takes time to clear the spots around the caches,
guilty
and then
will
it takes a
suffer.
bunch of time to actually
I
fight
can wait no
through
longer.
the undead path
The
on
caravan is
the
under
quote-unquote shorter route. So I think
Justice will
ultimately
be
it
done.
winds up taking a little bit longer
I
to
can
do
wait no longer.
the mission that way.
The hunt awaits.
If you go down this left path, you
Now
still
is
have to
the
fight
time.
a little bit. Not nearly as much. And the road will just kind of snake around
We're
up and
wasting
down
time here.
until we hit that bridge in the upper right that we're heading towards.
Protect the caravan at all costs.
You know, it would be nice if we just used our mountain giants to carve a path through the trees, but I think some of the land is also bisected by a small river and a few cliffs. So, and the pathing for the caravan is set anyway, which is why they offer you the choice, because they need to know ahead of time which route to send the caravan down, which pathing for it to use. But that still would be funny if you could make that work just by
Now
cutting
is the
trees
time.
down with the mountain giants. Oh, also the other thing to note about the mountain giants and their war clubs, their big goddamn trees
I
they
can
swing
wait no
around,
longer.
is
The
that
end
the
draws
trees
near.
have a finite durability. I think it's after
I
15
can wait no
swings
longer.
they'll break and the giants will go back to their normal
Guilty will
attack
suffer.
type.
The
Now is
undead
the
have
time.
returned. Defend the caravan.
Ah, Kael, you're really good at defending it yourself. Guess I'll come back and help.
The end draws
They have
near.
so much sustain. Like, they
For
have
the
2
Watchers.
priests, and that's
For
plenty.
justice.
Like, they have plenty of footmen and priests and
I will finish the
sorceresses.
hunt.
Plus, Kael is no slouch. And you don't even need all
Now
of
is the
the
time.
all of the cargo carts in the caravan to survive to beat this.
Guilty will suffer.
I think it's only like, what is it,
Now is the
2?
time.
It's a little bit extra gold. It's not enough to actually do anything with, but I think the bandits would have tried to hit up the caravan
Finish the
if we
hunt.
didn't clear this out anyway.
I can
So
wait
hey,
no longer.
oh, that's not bad. They did drop some gold.
Inventory is full.
So we are going to use all
hurry.
of that on. Oh, Maev, you need to get out of here.
Is full.
Maev, you gotta go.
We're wasting time
Yeah,
here.
blink right the hell out of here so we can load Tyranda's inventory up with goodies.
The end draws near.
That was super worthwhile.
Now is the time.
It's not like the caravan was moving at Mach speed anyway.
The end draws
Hey, that was
near.
really worth it.
The undead have returned. Defend the caravan.
Son of a bitch, it's just a few ghouls and like a banshee. And I don't think the banshee's AI is allowed to use possession in this instance anyway.
No longer.
Since you only have a finite amount of resources and units, it would be real effed up if the banshees could take some of those units away from you that easily.
The guilty will suffer. The end draws near. I will finish the hunt. Now is the time.
And we have our ultimate back up and mana for it for the final push of the mission. Anything down here? No, there's nothing in the crop fields. It's probably going to be a monster closet. Like the moment the caravan crosses some kind of threshold, it's just going to spawn things in the field. Let's see if we can actually cross the bridge and trigger the next part of the mission prematurely. I wonder if it's tied to the caravan hitting the area and not just a unit enters. If a unit enters, then play cutscene. Oh man, it was worth trying.
Ah, Pyrewood Village. The river Aravas lies just beyond.
Something doesn't feel right.
Yes. Perhaps we should keep the caravan moving.
Damn! They were waiting for us. Protect the caravan at all costs.
So we have a massive fight.
Their numbers are limitless.
Kindly teleports us back here because otherwise the caravan would be in trouble.
They just keep coming.
And it splits us all up because they are coming from every single angle. So we need to take some favorable splits here so we don't lose anything. It's actually a really solid final wave of units that you have to deal with at the end of this. It's just enough to make it a little bit tight. Of course, it's a lot harder if you don't have Maev's ultimate available, like if it's already on cooldown or if you don't have the mana for it at this point. Her ultimate's godlike, though.
I will finish the hunt.
Gives you so much extra wiggle room to work with because of all the units it generates. It's just value town.
We've driven them back, but the second wave is advancing.
We've run out of time. The caravan will not survive another assault.
Kael, get your caravan moving across the river. I will stay behind and hold the bridge.
That's very noble of you, priestess, but you're no match for a force that vast.
The goddess is my shield, Warden. Elune will grant me the strength.
It's working. She's holding them back.
Merciful goddess.
We must hurry to save her. That current will take her straight into the heart of the undead lands.
No, Kael. Tyrande is a soldier. She knew the risks she took. We have a greater mission to accomplish now, and our time grows short. Your people are now safe. You will uphold your end of the bargain and help me hunt the demon I seek.
And thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.